Hey, welcome back. I hope that you took the time to go ahead and write down the things that you think probably get in the way of you communicating better with the opposite sex. Whenever we talk about things between genders, we often don't take into consideration the things that are different or the things that are going on with the individual person. In fact, I want to take just a couple of minutes today and talk to you just about communication in general and the communication model. See, communication has a whole lot of things going on with it, and I won't go into the details of it right now, but one of the things about communication that I want you to understand is a concept called filters. Now, you have a source, a person that starts a conversation, okay? And they communicate over here to a receiver, the person who's on the other side of the communication, the conversation. One of the things that we don't pay very close attention to, though, is that each one of those people has what's called filters. Filters are the things that we take and we process everything through before we ever communicate it out to anyone else. They're also the things that we process everything through before we ever hear what it is that somebody else says to us. So filters are incredibly important whenever we're talking about what it is that we get from one person to the other and how many misunderstandings we typically have in the process of it. So filters are made up of a variety of different things. Filters are our experiences. Filters are our current emotions. Filters have a lot to do with biology, as a matter of fact, which we'll talk more about. Filters have to do with how we perceive the environment around us, our thoughts about the person that we're trying to communicate with. All of those different things go into our filters. Think about all the things that our filters can affect. I mean, if I take into consideration all of the experiences I've had in my lifetime, my upbringing, the people that I spend the majority of my time around, the type of media that I take in on a given day, be it news or videos or music or any of these other things, the experiences I've had with the individual person that I'm communicating with or that's trying to express something to me, not to mention my actual physical being, my biology, has all kinds of things to do with my filters and what it is that I think, see, and speak whenever it comes to communicating to someone. And then it has everything to do with how I hear everything that comes my way. So all of the sum total of everything that's ever gone on in your life, all the stuff that's poured into you and how you've responded to it, that makes up your filters. It's a lot of stuff, right? So what we have to do is be very aware, one, that filters exist. We have to be aware that there are all kinds of things that we're not even thinking about on a conscious level that impact what it is we say and how we say it, and even what we mean by it. And then vice versa, we have to also understand that the person on the other side of our communication has filters, and that everything that's ever happened in their life will play into how they hear what it is we're trying to communicate to them. That's a huge, huge thing to take into consideration. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed by it because it's operating already, whether you know it or not. So there's no need to get overwhelmed. What I do want you to get though is I want you to get more aware. I want you to be more aware of your own personal filters so that it can help you to also understand somebody else's filters. So here's what I want you to do today. Grab your pen and paper, and I want you to write down 5 things, 5 primary things. There's hundreds, but I want you to write down 5 primary things that go into your filters. Things that might include how you were raised, where you were raised, maybe a traumatic experience even that happened in your life, or maybe an incredibly joyous experience that happened in your life that gives you perspective on why it is that you see things a certain way. Do you watch news constantly? Do you listen to a certain kind of music constantly? Those are things that are heavy, heavy influencers in your filters. And they have a lot to do with not only what you say, but what you hear and how other people respond to you. So take the time today, write those 5 things down. And that's going to help you to refine a little bit more about what you understand about communicating between the genders and how you communicate to other people. And it's going to help you get a lot more done in your life. I'll see you in the next video. We're going to start talking about some of the specific problems between men and women and a few simple solutions and tweaks that you can make to start improving that. It's PJ McClure. I'll see you next time.